Middle of the road.
Thomas not to hit you. Thomas knows.
We'll see next Tuesday. We'll see next Tuesday.
Testing, 1, 2, okay. I want to welcome everyone to what we hope will be a very exciting and rewarding program, both for our students at New Horizons and certainly the automotive dealerships and representatives of those dealerships who are here with us this evening. My name is Ned Carr. I'm the Executive Director for New Horizons Regional Education Center. It's my privilege to welcome you tonight and to get the program started. What we hope to do is to give you an overview of this program, the Summer Mentorship Program, and to kind of walk you through it and answer any questions that you might have as we begin this process. There's several dates that you need to keep in mind as we move forward. And I guess I should say right from the start that this is the first time we've done this. We are somewhat guilty of putting this airplane together as we roll down the runway. So you'll have to bear with us a little bit. But we are very confident that the basic concept of the mentorship program is very, very sound. It's good for young people, and we believe it's good for the automotive industry, and therefore we're very happy to get underway with this. Let me give you a little bit of background. First of all, there are two programs that are related to the development of this program. One is known as the GM, the General Motors Yes program, and the other is a movement that is known as School to Work. School to Work goes back to November of 1994 when Congress passed legislation to implement the School to Work Opportunities Act. The concept of School to Work is to bring business and industry closer to schools throughout this country, to build partnerships, to really build pipelines for young people and for industry to work together and to develop higher skilled quality workers for the future. We're here today because School to Work as a concept makes sense for America, but it particularly makes sense for the automotive industry. The General Motors Yes program is basically a School to Work program that the Chief Executive Officer of General Motors decided that they needed to work to develop in order to ensure quality auto technicians for the future. At New Horizons, we became aware of this through the Automotive Dealers Training Center in Portsmouth. A fellow by the name of Tom Perry, who came to New Horizons and said that he'd like to encourage us to develop the GMES program on the peninsula. In my initial discussions with Mr. Perry and later with people from General Motors, I became aware not only of the concept of their program, but the realization that it could work not only for General Motors dealers, but for all dealers on the Virginia Peninsula. And so we readily embraced the concept of an industry coming forward and saying, we want to work with you to build the strongest pipeline between your educational programs in the public schools and what we're doing in business and industry. One of the first areas that we began working together with General Motors and with other dealerships on the peninsula was to build the Summer Mentorship Mentorship Program. The idea would be to take students who have completed their first year of automotive specialist course at New Horizons, who have demonstrated their ability and their commitment to the field, select those top students, and then give them the opportunity of a summer mentorship, where they could work in dealerships throughout the area. They could work under the supervision of a trained master technician, and they could learn 8 specific curriculum areas and techniques during an 8-week period during the summer. They would come back to New Horizons in their senior year. They would take our auto technician or auto technology course, and during that time, if they had been successful during the summer and the dealer was comfortable with the relationship, we would hope that that relationship would continue during their senior year, after school hours on the weekend if possible. And then ultimately, we hope to build a relationship between our automotive program and a formal apprenticeship program after the senior year. The student would then go right to work, hopefully within the dealership where they had had their original arrangement. Again, of course, that would be both up to the dealers and up to the individual student. We also hope to build a relationship with Thomas Nelson Community College. They have 2 programs, a generic automotive program in which there are scholarships supported by the Dealers Association on the Peninsula. So there are opportunities to move right into a 2-year program at Thomas Nelson, and also the Ford Asset program at Thomas Nelson would be an opportunity for a graduate of the New Horizons program as well. So there'd be plenty of opportunities for young people to get very excellent technical skill preparation, both in school and then in actual dealerships, so that they would be able to take their place in the automotive industry with many, many opportunities for development and growth in that process. So this program is the ideal program. It's a win-win situation. It's a win situation for the young people, and hopefully it's a win situation for the dealership. We hope to build a model this summer with this mentorship program that we can take this and bring it to other industries as an example, and hopefully implement it over and over again in the 24 separate programs we have at New Horizons. The automotive area is the first area we're implementing this, and the reason for that is the automotive industry understands that they have a need for this program. They need to develop a pipeline to ensure that they'll have the skilled technicians in the future, and they're willing to come forward and invest and support the educational system that's dedicated to providing that workforce. So we want to thank lots of people this evening. Let me make some quick introductions. I'll begin by introducing the people that are part of New Horizons program. First of all, we have our 2 principals here this evening, Dr. Glenda Felt and Dr. Terry Dale. Wave. Dr. Felt is the principal at the Woodside Lane campus, and Dr. Bale is the principal at Pleasant Farm campus. We have our instructors, Mr. Les Keysdale, who you'll hear from in just a moment. I believe Mr. Bill Somerset, Mr. George Roller, and Mr. Bob Schoenwald. You folks will stand for a minute and wave. You folks can see them. Hopefully you'll have a chance to meet them later tonight. Thomas Nelson, our relationship with Thomas Nelson is very, very important in this program. And then we have Dr. Rex Evans is here, and Debbie McHugh, who is Assistant Coordinator of the Mentorship Program, Dr. Evans, and Debbie, if you'll stand. I don't know if Ken Brumley is here. He works is the head of the automotive program at Thomas Nelson. He's also been actively involved. I also want to recognize the Chief Attorney for the Virginia Association Automotive Dealers Association, Bill Lehner, is here this evening, and we're pleased to have Bill representing the Automotive Dealers Association for the state of Virginia. Bill and I are old college friends, and so I was real pleased to see him walk in this evening. But it's very important to have the state association in support of this program. He has assured me that they are. Let me introduce now some of the dealers and representatives of dealers who are here with us this evening and are a big part of this program. First of all, from Summer Motors, we have Mr. Bobby Bowen, Mr. Wesley Ward, and Mr. Rick Gallier. Rick is here as yet, but hopefully he'll join us. I will point out Wes Ward. Wes is a graduate of New Horizons, master technician at Summer Motors, and I heard a little story from Bobby that he was the youngest person to achieve his master technician's certification at their dealership. And he beat the record that Bobby Bowen had prior to Wesley coming in. So we're real proud of Wesley. At Cottage Ford, we have Jerry Banks here this evening. Jerry, pleased to have you. Is Christopher Scott here as well? Pleased to have Christopher. Thank you. From Hampton Chevrolet, Billy Hobbs and Steve Lewis.
Baseball practice.
Oh, okay. Steve is a big supporter and part of our automotive advisory council. From Tyson Nissan, Pete Majay. That's correct, Pete?
Close enough.
Close. Pleased to have you. From Tyson Motor Company Incorporated, Jeff Westman. Welcome, Jeff. From Casey Imports, FX McCauley.
Blue.
Please have it. From Casey Chevrolet Buick, Charlie Gary. From Casey Toyota, Butch Crawford. From Casey Honda, C.W. Fitzgerald.
He lost his way. We didn't give the CW that.
No, is that right? Hampton Pontiac, John Stanhope. Welcome, John. And finally, from Summer Motor Corporation, George Hall. George will be speaking to you and will take you on a tour of his facility here, last part of our program. Let's give all these gentlemen a big round of applause because they're really, I can't stress enough, this program would not exist if it were not for the support of these gentlemen and their dealerships standing behind the program and stepping forward and working with us. They are putting not only their verbal support, but their financial support behind this program and the students who are here this evening. And so we are very, very appreciative of that effort. Let me introduce the students and ask them to stand, if you will. In fact, let's do this in an organized fashion. If the students will stand when the name is called and remain standing until all are called, and then we'll give them all a round of applause. Eric Steidler, Stephen Phipps, Daniel Maynard, Frederick Boyles, Justin Hughes, Patrick Uribe, Mark Brookman, Kevin Morris, Donald Beasley, Stephen Frankowski, Montague Kent, Michael Malott, Michael Owens, and Aaron Burke. Let's give these fellows a round. Thank you, gentlemen. Have a seat. As I said or alluded to earlier, these fellows had to compete from approximately 80 students to be selected to be here this evening. There were about 6 or 7 different criteria. I think Les is going to mention those. But again, these are among our finest students, and we have great hopes for them. And we're real pleased that they're participating in the program. Now, I told Debbie and Les that I would cover a couple things not listed in introductions, and I've tried to do that. There are probably a lot of other things that need to be said, and we'll have to fill in the gaps as we go on. I'll outline the program as it's designed. First of all, I'm going to call on Les to come forward in a minute to talk about the selection criteria. He will also talk about the requirements of the program. Then he and I and Debbie will come up here and answer any questions that any of the parents or dealers or any of the group might have for us. And we'll do our best to answer those questions. And then George Hawes will come forward and take you on a brief tour of this facility. I think that I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge that everybody's here in their own self-interest. The students are here because they're interested in getting a quality education, and people from New Horizons are committed to that as well. And the dealers are here because they know that they're going to need a quality workforce in the future. They're a very competitive market, and it's a market that in the last 10 and 15 years has changed dramatically. We are involved in something called global competition. And in order to succeed, and in order for this country to continue as a world leader in terms of business and industry, we're going to rely on the young people of this nation to continue that reputation and that success in the business world. I am constantly aware of the fact that our education system has primarily been focused on sending young people to college. And that's important, there's no question about it. But I have to stop every once in a while and remember what I call the 75-25% rule. And that is that in this nation, only 25% of the young people will ever finish a four-year degree. 25%. The question is, what is the quality of the education we're providing for the 75% of youngsters who will not complete that college degree? And I also think about one other statistic that I think is important as we think about this program. And that is that 70% of the jobs of the future will not require a college degree. 70% of the jobs of the future will not require a college degree. And the final thing I would leave with you is the young people today, what some people term the mid-kids, are the kids who are going to make up the backbone of the workforce of America in the 21st century. They're here with us today. They're here with us this evening. We all have a stake in their success. They're going to have great opportunities if they develop the skills of a skilled profession. If they enter a skilled profession, if they apply themselves and work hard, they're going to have many opportunities in the 21st century. If they come out of high school without specific skills, then they're going to be competing for 10% of the jobs that are unskilled positions, and they'll be competing with other youngsters their age from third world countries throughout the world. And they'll be competing for jobs that will pay very, very low wages. So there's a lot at stake in this process. We're excited to have the opportunity to develop this program, to begin this process, to work with all of you, and to build an excellent pipeline for the automotive profession. I'm excited about this. I think all our folks at New Horizons, including our students, are excited. We pledge to the dealership representatives of the auto industry here this evening that we'll work with you to whatever extent it takes in order to make this the best educational program found anywhere in this nation. So with that, I thank you very much for coming, and I'll turn it over to Les Keith.
Before I speak about the selection process, I would like to bring a few dates to your attention, if I may. Today is the orientation day when we all get together for our very first time and learn something about the process in which we're going to go through. On Thursday, June the 6th, we're going to have an interview session for the students where we'll bring the dealers and the students together for a one-to-one type interview. Each of the dealers will be interviewing 4 students, but we'll have resumes on all the students and they'll be distributed to the dealerships. At that time, we're going to ask for a process where the student is going to try to select the dealer he'd like to work for, and the dealer is going to try to select the student that he'd like to have come to his place of business. If the two match up, that'd be a natural marriage. If it doesn't happen that way, then I'm going to do some assignments. Just because of geographic reason, we have a young man that lives in Williamsburg, and I've talked to Mr. Crawford, who works at Casey Toyota in Williamsburg, and to shorten down the driving time, I've asked him if that would be acceptable with him. That is fine, so that particular student in Williamsburg will stay in the Williamsburg area, and you won't have this long commute to look at daily. The program is an 8-week program, 20 hours per week. The students will be required to have a daily log sheet. Bi-weekly, they're going to meet with me at New Horizons, and we'll go over the last 2 weeks of their endeavors, what they've been doing at the place of business they're working at. They're going to make a written report every day, so we're going to be able to keep track of what the process is going on in the dealership. Is what we want to happen really happening? I know the dealerships want the students to learn, so that's a tracking method that we're going to have. On the 17th of July, at Pocosin Motors, we're going to bring in all our 10th graders, all the sophomores who have signed up for the automotive program, and bring this program to their attention so that we hope it would bring additional incentive to the 10th grade student who will be an 11th grader when they come to New Horizons to get into this program and to excel in the program at New Horizons, because as you young fellows know, everybody can't make the team, so to speak. And while I'm on that point, moms and dads, you're sitting amongst a group of fine young men tonight. I'm sure you know that. In the selection process, many things were covered. I don't have to tell you about their own personal habits. You know those better than I do. Before I get too deep into that, at the end of the program on August the 9th, we're going to have a recognition banquet, which you folks here, everybody in the audience tonight, will be invited to that recognition banquet, where we can pay homage to the folks who participated, how well they did throughout the year, and bring together the whole group once again to see how well this program has gone. Moms and dads, you're going to play a tremendous part in this effort that we have instituted here tonight, or started tonight. Without your support, naturally, this program cannot exist. So we ask you from the sidelines to probe, to kick, to move, to maneuver, any way that you can, to keep your son interested in this program. The selection process was, first of all, as Dr. Farr mentioned, was that you had to be a junior rising to the grade of senior next year. That was the first criteria we looked at, and we had to look at a lot of people, naturally. A good academic record was necessary, and this academic record was gleaned from your grades during the first semester at your program that you were enrolled in now. A grade of C or better had to be there, and we're talking about the semester grade, the first semester grade. So you're a C or better student. The majority of you are A and B students. Another item that we looked at that's very important in industry is an attendance factor. Will he be at work? Will he be there on time? These young men around you, again, display this particular trait that we look for. These young men come to school. They're to school on time, so that's what industry was looking for. Also, we gave a mock ASE test. This is a test that's given to certified technicians in the field. Perhaps you can see some of the signs around the room when we walk around tonight, master technicians, or they're certified in a particular area. So I took some of these test questions that the students had worked with for their first semester and gave them a mock ASE test. We want the student to be able to communicate with the mentor, with myself, and with each other. So we're looking for communicative skills. Students will talk to each other. Let us know what you're thinking. Let us know what you're talking about. Talk to your mentor. Listen to what he has to say. I'm sure that he will listen to you. We also want to talk about, if I may please, the coursework that we're going to have at our home school this year. We're changing our curriculum. Some very severe changes are going on. It's a very rigid curriculum. It's going to be difficult, but all good things are generally difficult. So you students, there'll be no time for play at New Horizons next year. The instructors have a full load to teach. I know their cooperation is 100% behind this. It's going to be a real challenge for you. I want to just, the booklet that the students have received and the dealers have received outlines the total program. There's just a few of the things that I want to call your attention to, if I may. There is a section in your book that speaks about tools, and there's a list of the tools there. In this summer program, New Horizons Regional Education Center is going to furnish all the tools that the student will need. Each student will have a toolbox all to their own. Sears gave us a little special deal on this, so we bought the necessary toolboxes, and by the way, next year at New Horizons, we hope that every student that enrolls in our product will have in our program will have an individual toolbox to work with. We're going to ask you to take care of those tools during this mentorship program and be responsible for those tools. Should we lose those tools or somehow they become displaced, we feel that you should be financially responsible for those tools. So pay strict attention. I'm going to pass those tools out to you on the night of the interview when the dealers and the students get together once again, and we'll ask the students to sign at that time saying that he's received these tools. There's also some agreements that the parents and the dealers must agree to. When the students come back to that interview, I want you to have the time now to study these agreements, and if you're in agreement with those, please, there's a place for you to sign. If you'll sign those, we'd appreciate that. And the students, when you come back to the interview night, bring the book with you with your parents' names in it where they have to sign, please. The evaluation process at the end of the program is very, very important. We're going to ask the student to evaluate the program. We're going to ask the mentors to evaluate the program. And I myself am going to evaluate the program. Young gentlemen, we are going to be looked at very, very hard by quite a few people. What we do here in this summertime, I think, is going to affect the automobile business in total. I really believe that if we can successfully complete this, and I don't know why we cannot, if we can successfully complete this mentorship to make this knit from school to work, really work quick, we're going to have students at our home schools. They're going to be asking you questions. I guarantee you that. What are you doing? How are you doing that? You're working someplace? You're going to school also? What'd you do this summer? Your peers are going to be questioning you, and I want you to be right up front with them. Tell them what it's all about. Tell them it's a hard work. You're going to work hard at these dealerships. You're going to work hard at New Horizons. It's a challenging course. This is a very challenging field. Mr. Hawes is going to speak to you a little later on in the day as he gives you a tour about what automobile technicians today, just what's required of them. I think some of you may be amazed at the knowledge that these young men have to have. As we go through the summer, I'll be visiting the dealers every week. I'll be talking to every student every week and every mentor every week. I'll have a schedule set up that's agreeable to the mentorship. And I'll visit every week. And then, like I say, we'll get together every 2 weeks as a group for a short period of time at New Horizons. Should you have any problems at all during the program, please come to see me. If we can see where we're stumbling, where we're making a mistake, we want to know about it up front just as quickly as we can so we can rectify it and make it better. I wish each and every one of you students and the parents a great success. I know the dealer organization is strongly behind this. There's great enthusiasm from all aspects, and I think we can really make a success of this program. Thank you so much for being here this evening.
there's going to be need for a lot more mechanics. Good mechanics can make a very good living. Let me tell you, when I came into the business, my father was a mechanic. I grew up in the garage. That's kind of how I got into the business. But I think in my time, early, it was maybe the student that didn't do very good in school, that maybe dropped out of school or what have you, or they sent them down to the garage to be a mechanic. In this day and age, that really doesn't work. These cars are very sophisticated. Some of these cars have 4 onboard computers. A whole lot of technology is changing all the time, right? I mean, dramatically, every year. Lots of new things, constant training. A lot of people don't know that General Motors makes more computers than anybody else. A lot of people think IBM does, or one of the other, Apple, or what have you, but General Motors makes the world's largest computer maker because of all the cars that you sell. Again, it's a real field. I mean, we need all of them we can get. I think, again, every service manager, director here, I mean, mechanics are our #1 problem as far as getting good young people that want to be mechanics. We try to give them a good place to work in, and that's what I'm going to try to show you now. I don't know if we all want to get up, and I'll try to walk and talk about what we do here. Before we go too far, you'll notice about every third stall or so you see a computer terminal. Other brands of cars that we might sell in the used car lot rather than what we sell in the new car area. Then from there, the graduation on this side of the building and then in the back of the building, when we walk back there, those people that have gone through those 2 areas, I have 8 master technicians. And they have what they call a team. And on these teams, 1 master technician and 2 trainees. Again, these trainees are people that have gone through the other 2 areas. They work with a master technician, and there they try to become what we call a line technician. And then about another 2 years after that, hopefully they become a master technician. School, each one day. So it's a never-ending training. There's all the new things coming out. The light on really is a training room due to the break during the day, but we do a lot of in-house training. We don't do a lot of some of that we do during the day, most of that's done in the evening. Any questions? I guess everybody's seen the inside of the garage. Thank you. Work hard to keep it there. Any other questions? All right. With that, I think I'm off the top line. We'll go back to school.
Place for you to answer any questions you might have. Anybody got anything that they'd like to ask?
Now, I have one thing for all of you to keep in mind and pass this along to your friends. You'll see in the selection criteria was clean driving record. Some of you may not have driving licenses yet, but if you do, and when you do get yours, just please try to keep it clean because that's important, not just now, but for the apprenticeship program and then go on, hopefully either go straight out into the dealership to work for the college or the 2-year program. And your driving record is important.
Do you have a question?
I'm just curious, is this a nationwide program that GM and other companies are putting on? Is this like a nationwide thing?
The GMES program is designed to be a nationwide program, but it's just getting started, and just getting started. But the point I wanted to make on the GM gas program is it is not exclusive to GM dealers. They recognize that this is in the interest of the entire industry. One of the aspects of the program which I particularly like and I think is good for our students and good for all the dealers is it requires us to have all our instructors become ASE certified. Number one, the state of Virginia doesn't require that, but the program requires it. So they're in the process of taking courses now, and they'll take exams in order to achieve that. And you'll see that developing next year. And our entire curriculum has to be certified by ASE and NATEF standards. So we're going through a self-evaluation process now on our curriculum and our equipment at New Horizons, and NATEF will come in and certify us next year. So that's all part of the program. It is a nationwide program, but it's just getting started. Okay, must be easy, straightforward. We'll ask you to put this airplane together though as we're going down the runway. We believe in the program, we think it's good, as I've said over and over again. But we're going to work closely with refining as we develop it. One of the ideas is that Debbie is responsible for this, and she's writing up everything. So that we'll have a nice neat package and say, this is our Summer Youth Mentorship Model Program for the automotive profession. We can take this and put it into the electronics profession or whatever. And hopefully you'll see this concept expanding in a true school of work transition system throughout the curriculum. So again, we're pleased that you're our first group. We thank all of you for participating this evening. And we'll be glad to be around here individually to answer any questions. But that concludes our program for this evening. Is that correct, George? I think there's some soft drinks and cookies over here. Happy for you to have that, stand around, meet some of the dealers. We haven't matched up students and dealers, representatives as yet, but that will be happening down the road.